Hi guys, don't mind my hair. I just took it out. But welcome to Bible Breakdown. We are doing chapter 43. So it starts out by telling us how bad and severe this famine is. I feel like they keep emphasizing it because they want us to understand, like, this is no joke. This is not cool. So Israel tells his sons to go back to Egypt to get more food. And Judah's like, Dad, we already told you what we need to go back to Egypt. We need Benjamin. He's like, they already told us, do not return if you're not bringing your youngest brother. So their dad is like, first of all, why did y'all even mention him in the first place? And they're like, honestly, we had no choice. Like, they kept asking us about our family. How's our dad? How many brothers do we have? Is there anybody at home? So they had to answer truthfully. They're not going to lie. And then Judah's like, listen, let me take care of Benjamin. Like, he will be under my protection, and if anything happens to him, I will be so guilty. He's just like begging him. He's like, please hold me responsible for anything that happens. If anything bad comes out of this, like, he'll be under my watch and care. So Israel's like, all right, if you have to go and do this, this is what I want you to do. He tells them to put gifts in their bag for the man, which is his son, but he doesn't know. Then he also says, take as much silver with you, return the silver that was returned to you in the top of your bags. Perhaps it was a mistake. Take your brother also and go back at once to the man. And he's like, may God bless you, may God protect you while you're on your journey. And he's like, whatever happens, happens. So they take the gifts, they take the money, they take Benjamin, and they are out. They are on their way. So when they got to Egypt, Joseph sees Benjamin, and he talks to his steward, and he's just like, oh my goodness, they brought Benjamin. Okay, we're going to eat at noon at my house, bring them to my house, slaughter an animal, and cook us like a nice meal. But the brothers are so afraid to be at Joseph's house. They're like freaking out, and they're just like, this is what they say. They intend to overpower us, seize us, and make us slaves and take our donkeys. So they're like expecting the absolute worst. So now they're pleading, and they're just like, my lord, like, we came here the first time just to buy food, and then we noticed that our money was back in our bags. Like, we didn't take them, so we're returning the money, and we have more money to buy more food. And the steward was like, listen, y'all was probably blessed by God because I got your money, so no need to be afraid. Y'all can chill. So then he brings out Simeon to them, and then they hear that they're about to eat, so they prepare all the gifts that they brought for Joseph. So Joseph comes out, they bow down to him, and then Joseph asks about their father, and they're like, oh, is he still well? Like, how's he doing? He also asked if he's still alive, and they were like, yeah, he's still alive, he's good. And then they paid respect towards their father by, like, kneeling down. So then he sees Benjamin, and he's like, oh my goodness, is this the younger brother that you guys have been talking about? He's like, may God be gracious over you. And then he goes to the other room. Joseph does, because he's so overwhelmed with emotions. He starts crying, and then they say that he washed his face, and then he came back to his brothers. So it's time for them to serve the meal, and this is the process on how they like serve the food. It says, they served him by himself, his brothers by themselves, and the Egyptians who were eating with him by themselves, because the Egyptians could not eat with Hebrews, since that is detestable to them. At the table, they were all seated in order of age, and they were just in awe by like everything around them. And it says that Benjamin's portion was 5 times larger than any of the others. And then they all drank, and they became drunk with Joseph. That is chapter 43, and we will do 44 tomorrow. I love y'all. God loves y'all more. Have a great day.